South Africa is set to host Africa's only UCI World Pump Track Championships qualifier on the 13th of April 2025, offering riders from across the country and the continent a rare chance to compete for a place in the World Championship finals. And this year, the prestigious event will take place at Generation School's Sandown Institute in Cape Town, marking the first time the qualifier has been hosted in the Western Cape, following previous editions in KwaZulu-Natal and in Gauteng. Now, Jevron Epstein, the CEO of Generation Schools, joins us live from Cape Town to talk about the event. Good evening, Jevron. Let's start here. Can you tell us how many participants have entered this event?
Yeah, so we have 300 riders that will be taking part tomorrow. So very excited about that.
And I understand there's a little bit of uniqueness in this event, in that it was open to everyone and not only for riders who are considered elite.
Yes, correct. So it's one of those events where the best of the best take part, but also those striving racers have the ability to join too. And because it's a time trial, anything can happen on the day. And if the fastest time is met, these individuals will go over to the finals, which will be housed in Switzerland in September.
And I can imagine that there is an appetite to grow the sport, as it is an Olympic sport as well. But can you also tell me about the importance of hosting a qualifier such as this in South Africa?
I think it's a massive event. You can just look at our individuals of South Africa who's competed before in the past. You look at someone like Mianda Masetti, who represented South Africa in the Summer Olympics last year. And there's the ability to find and source new talent, an opportunity for South Africans to put their hands up and to set the world stage alight.
You mentioned Mianda Masetti, South Africa's BMX rider, competing at that event. We also have a former World Cup finalist, Sebastian Mendes from Chile. Can you also tell us about some of the other big name attractions that supporters will get to watch?
Yeah, so I think those are the two biggest names that you've mentioned. But, I've had the privilege of being at the track the last few days and looking at the young and up-and-coming South African talent. And we've had racers come and try and, sort of compete from as early as the age of 4. So this is obviously a bug that is sort of, getting into the South African system. And I think you're going to have some big names being sort of brought to the center stage come tomorrow.
And do you reckon that this will be the start of greater things to come for pump track cycling in the country?
Without a doubt, it's a mechanism that requires strength, skill set, and a heart of bravery. And I think South Africans embody that. So I'm exceptionally excited to see how this sport takes off in South Africa. And because it's an Olympic sport, the opportunities are endless.
All right, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Jevron Epstein, for joining us on Full View tonight.